Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on, everybody? This is Joseph Conlon here with your Monday Night Raw review on Monday, January 25th, 2020. Tonight we had the go-home show of Monday Night Raw before this Sunday's Royal Rumble pay-per-view live on the WWE Network. Boring as hell episode of Monday Night Raw. Nothing is new there. But we got some stuff to talk about. We're not going to be that long tonight. We're only going to be 15 minutes because we got some other content to get to during the week that is going to be long videos. So I don't want to waste your time tonight talking about Monday Night Raw, which is a show that you guys already know was complete trash. But I do have a concern about something that I want to share real quick, and I kind of want to get off my chest. The last 3 videos that I've posted about AFC and NFC Championship stuff, the last 3 videos have not gotten any comments, and I've had people tell me that, like, you know, I commented on this video, but it says you have no comments. So I don't know what's up with that. I don't know if it's an issue on my part or if it's something with YouTube. But if the video tonight has no comments and I hear people telling me, hey man, I commented on your video, then I will be sure to either tag YouTube on a Twitter post and hopefully they'll get back to me, or email YouTube and hopefully they'll get back to me. But I just wanted to update you guys with that. It feels pretty weird, so I just wanted to say that. Let's just talk about the show tonight. But first, if you haven't already, make sure you go check out my recap of the AFC and NFC Championship games from yesterday. We now know who's going to be playing in the Super Bowl in February. So for tonight, Raw started off with Drew McIntyre, and he just basically said thank you to the WWE Universe for the well wishes and the concerns over his quarantine for 2 weeks with COVID-19 and his symptoms and all that stuff. And he couldn't be any happier to be back in time for this Sunday's Royal Rumble. Then he gets interrupted by Miz and Morrison, and I think we know exactly where this was going. Goldberg came out. He said on Sunday, "You're next." They stared at each other. They both looked at Miz and Morrison. Goldberg speared Miz and claymored John Morrison. Miz, I don't think, is cashing in on Sunday, but I don't think that's important because even if Miz does cash in, he's not losing. My bad. He's losing. He is losing that briefcase, and he's going to fail to cash in. But what's more important is we all pray, okay? We all pray that Drew McIntyre beats Goldberg on Sunday, because I'm not trying to go through the same thing I did last year with The Fiend, okay? I'm not trying to see Goldberg ruin another young, bright star in Drew McIntyre, okay? I don't want to see Drew get buried. I'm sure none of you want to see Drew get buried. So, Goldberg needs to be there to put Drew McIntyre over. I'm sure I'm going to be saying this again on Thursday with TM161. So, that's that. And then we got a complete mess right here. First off, we had Charlotte Flair versus Shayna Baszler. The match ended in like 30 seconds after Nia Jax attacked Charlotte. Then we saw Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke came down. And then we saw Lacey Evans come down. And we saw a 6-woman brawl, which led to a 6-woman tag. And it led to a count-out, which I think was botched. I don't think it was supposed to be a count-out, which is why they did the match again. And then the heels won the match because Nia and Shayna are now getting a women's tag team title match against Charlotte Flair and Asuka Sunday at the Royal Rumble. Whatever. That's my bathroom match Sunday at the Royal Rumble. So, thank you for that, WWE. But this last 3 women's matches were a complete waste, and it was a mess. And it shows, how uncreative you are with the shows that you have to have match after match after match. They had a lot of wrestlers wrestle more than once tonight, which I don't understand at all. They had all 6 of these women wrestle twice. They had Shayna and Charlotte wrestle 3 times. Sheamus and John Morrison wrestled twice. And Matt Riddle went through the Gauntlet with the Hurt Business. So I don't understand what that was tonight, but it just goes to show you, in my opinion, how uncreative they are. So, then we got Xavier Woods against Slapjack of Retribution. The match didn't matter, but I actually did like the post-match beatdown by Retribution on Xavier Woods after he defeated Slapjack with the Shining Wizard. Mustafa Ali had Mace and T-Bar grab Xavier Woods, and then he sat on a chair and he says that I want you to tell Kofi while he's at home suffering with a jaw injury that he won't be able to compete Sunday at the Royal Rumble. But that's okay because we found a replacement, and his replacement is Mustafa Ali. So I like what they're doing here. I like that they bring up Kofi Mania from 2019, and I like that they have Ali take Kofi's place in the Royal Rumble match, just like Kofi took Ali's place in the Elimination Chamber, which ultimately it led to Kofi Mania. So I like that storytelling aspect, and I'm guessing when Kofi eventually does come back, we'll see Kofi and Woods against Mace and Teabag of Retribution. Then we saw VIP Lounge. Got really nothing much to say about this. They were, showing love for MVP. They got him a necklace that said THB, the Hurt Business. And then we had some 24/7 stuff, which was just a waste of time. And then it led to a Hurt Business versus Matt Riddle Gauntlet match, where if Matt Riddle won, he's getting a future U.S. Championship match. So, after that, we saw Sheamus and John Morrison, who both declared themselves for the Royal Rumble match on Sunday. Sheamus defeated John Morrison in about 12 minutes. Decent little match, nothing special, not too bad though, but I don't like what they did after here. Like, Sheamus beats John Morrison, then he goes into a handicap match against Miz and Morrison. Like, why? I don't really get it. I don't understand these long, dragged out segments. That's what gets people bored, and that's what makes people, want to turn off the television. So, Morrison and Miz defeat Sheamus in a handicap match. Who cares? Seriously, who cares? Then we saw AJ Styles against R-Truth. If AJ beat R-Truth was not eligible for the Royal Rumble match. That's exactly what happened. AJ defeated R-Truth in about 3 minutes. And then we saw the Hurt Business Gauntlet match to start hour 3. We had Matt Riddle versus Shelton Benjamin for the first 7 minutes. Cedric Alexander distracted the referee while Shelton Benjamin had Matt Riddle in a roll-up. Matt Riddle capitalized. He rolled up Shelton. and he defeated Shelton Benjamin. Next, we saw MVP. MVP came in the ring. Matt Riddle put in the heel lock. I think it was the heel lock. And Matt Riddle defeated MVP in about 10 seconds. Then we had Matt Riddle versus Cedric Alexander. They had a nice, good match. Matt Riddle rolls up Cedric Alexander at the end, though. He gets the victory after Bobby Lashley attacks Matt Riddle. And there you go. Matt Riddle is your number one contender for the United States Championship. He's getting a shot soon. I'm guessing they're going to drag this out until Elimination Chamber because they got nothing else for these guys to do until probably the road to WrestleMania. So, yeah, that's all I got for that. And then we had the Edge promo. So, unadvertised, they said we're going to get an update from Edge tonight. And I knew exactly where this is going. I knew something was up. Because I'm like, why would they give an update on Edge 6 days before the Royal Rumble? So Edge cut a promo. And he went back to WrestleMania 27. Where he felt on top of the world. And he was the World Heavyweight Champion going into WrestleMania, but 10 days after, he had to relinquish that championship due to a neck injury, and then he made a return, and he got injured again, and he notices there's not a lot of time left in his career. Every day is not guaranteed. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. That's what he said in his promo. That is absolutely true, folks. Take that as good advice from Edge. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. Make sure you guys love your loved ones. And then he said, I need to declare myself for the Royal Rumble match, main event WrestleMania, and take back what I never lost, which was the WWE Championship. This was by far, in my opinion, the best thing on the show. It wasn't even close. It's newsworthy. There's stuff to talk about. Like, this is basically the only segment where you can get a good talking point about the show, in my opinion. That and maybe the main event. But, I mean, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this for a second. Edge is in the Royal Rumble match. Would I have liked it if they surprised us with Edge in the Royal Rumble? Yes, it would have been so much better. But you know what? Edge is back. I'm happy. And, you know, WWE really got us with no surprises. As I don't know if you guys are aware, but the WWE on Fox Twitter account tweeted out that Saturday night at 8 o'clock they're doing Backstage. Backstage is coming back before the Royal Rumble, and they're revealing number 1 and number 2 in the Women's Rumble, and they're revealing number 30 in the Men's Rumble, which, oh my God, how dumb can you possibly be, man? This pissed me off. This absolutely pissed me off beyond belief. Like, the Royal Rumble is the one time a year where you don't know what's going to happen. And now we literally know what's going to happen at number 1 and number 2 of the women's match and number 30 of the men's match. And number 30 could be a big name. We don't know. I'm guessing number 30 is going to be a scrub because they're just letting it out there. So if number 30 is like, say, I don't know, say Otis is number 30. Okay, I'm not going to be that mad because Otis is a scrub and Otis has 0 chance at winning the Royal Rumble. But man, keep your surprises, please. What's so hard about it? I don't understand. But Edge is in the Rumble. He's not going to win the Royal Rumble. I think Randy Orton is in there. I originally was going to say that The Fiend was going to be in the Rumble match, and he's going to eliminate Randy Orton. That might not be the case now. What I think happens is Orton and Edge, they're going to finish out their feud at WrestleMania. I think Orton faces The Fiend in some match at Elimination Chamber. Then we have Orton and Edge at WrestleMania. So that's what I think is going to happen with Edge. Should be nice to see him on Sunday, but he's not winning the Royal Rumble match. And then we saw Asuka versus Alexa Bliss for the Raw Women's Championship. This was weird as hell, okay? This match was weird. We had a transformation of characters of Alexa Bliss. We had, playground version of Alexa Bliss who got beat up for most of the match. Then we had the goddess, old Alexa Bliss, who reversed Asuka into the turnbuckle. And then we had the dark version of Alexa Bliss. I guess you could say is her version of The Fiend, I guess. So she goes to attack Asuka, turns around, and eats an RKO by Randy Orton. That's the way the show goes off. I don't know, but if it was me, I straight up would have had Alexa Bliss win the Raw Women's Championship tonight. Why? Because what has WWE done with Asuka? What have they done since she has won the Raw Women's Championship, folks? Who has she faced? She has no competition lined up for her. She is in no storyline involving the Raw Women's Championship. WWE is doing Asuka's reign no favors. And no, don't even tell me that, we're seeing Asuka versus Charlotte for the Raw Women's Championship at WrestleMania, and the start of that is going to be Sunday when they lose the tag team titles. Okay? No one wants to see Asuka and Charlotte at WrestleMania. We've been there. We've done that in the past. That's over. Nobody wants to see that. If you're going to take the Raw Women's Championship off of Asuka, you should have taken it off of Alexa Bliss tonight. At least maybe we'll get something interesting with Alexa Bliss, because she's by far the best female on Monday Night Raw right now, and it's not even close. It's not a debate. I would say WWE, but I'm giving that to Sasha Banks. But I personally would have straight up had Alexa Bliss win the championship tonight. I don't know about you guys, but that's just me. We're going to get out of here. This show is so boring tonight. The only reason, guys, I reviewed Raw, by the way, is because Royal Rumble is this week, and I didn't want to do less content, so I wanted to do some wrestling content this week. So that's that. I'll decide if I'm going to do a Raw review next week, which is the Raw after Royal Rumble. I'm probably going to end up doing it, but after that, I'm probably just going to go back to not reviewing the show. But that's going to be it for tonight. Thank you guys for watching the review. If you have not already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're 3 subs away from 340 subscribers. Hopefully the comments work. I would say leave a comment down below, but the way YouTube is right now, I'm getting absolutely no comments right now. Like I said earlier, if there's no comments and people tell me that they commented on my video, I will email YouTube about the situation. Or hopefully, maybe you guys could tell me what I should do with the situation. I'm just confused by it. And then follow me on Twitter at Colin_Joseph and hit the like button. Tomorrow is going to be a special video. Tomorrow is the 1-year anniversary of the death of Kobe Bryant. Tomorrow we are going to do a tribute here on the Big Fight Fuel channel, what Kobe meant to me and my brother. And I'm going to tell you a story of where I was when this tragic of the death of Kobe Bryant happened. So make sure you turn on the notifications for tomorrow. Have a good one, guys. Stay safe. Stay classy as always.